I don't have the time or the availability to sit with multiple people for X amount of hours a day to kind of listen and advise. So when we then found Rekbot and it allowed people to go through volume, it allowed them to be critiqued, it's been a monumental difference for us.
At first, I was a little bit skeptical. I had never done anything like this before. It was quite intimidating. But then it's just such a helpful sort of way of helping you get confident, do BD or speak to candidates.
First moment I knew Rekbot understood us was the first time I looked at some of the transcripts and some of the insights. They were identifying things that I'd already thought. They identified things that sometimes we weren't aware of. And it was very, very eye-opening very, very quickly.
With Rekbot, I was able to consistently for an hour smash out constant calls with someone, having rejections, improving my knowledge, my answers, learning what worked, what didn't work, and then being able to translate that into a real conversation.
I wanted to avoid a huge amount of work for me personally, which is selfish. The value of a product like this is the consultants and the team being able to use hours and hours and hours worth of work, and then I can review everything they've done in a handful of minutes.
It has helped me remove the habit of using filler words so that there is no silence on the phone calls. I do that a lot when I speak to candidates or when I do BD calls, and Rekbot identified that and it's helped me sort of moving away from that and just embracing silence.
My biggest skepticism was, am I being sold a dream? It's a very sellable product. It sounds too good to be true, and more often than not, the reality for that is it is too good to be true. And thankfully, we've been proven that that's not the case with Rekbot.
You can also upload CVs, upload your real BD or candidate phone calls onto Rekbot, and it actually gives you sort of live feedback on what you could improve on or what you could have done differently.
Rekbot doesn't feel like micromanagement because no one sat over their shoulders. They don't need to spend 4 hours in the morning with a manager or with a team lead or with a supervisor or anyone. They can do it over lunch, they can do it in evenings, they can do it in weekends. The product is there to improve them as much as they want to be improved. If they're willing to put the time into it, they can do it loads without a huge amount of insight from any of their team leads or managers.
It's a tool that you can use to better yourself and better your skill set, not just as business development, but within understanding the candidate sourcing and how you're talking to candidates. It's a tool that betters yourself, and if you view it any other way, you're viewing it wrong.
It's a training tool that helps you improve, but it's also a way of warming up before a phone call, and it makes you so much more confident before you go into a BD session.
So if your goal is consistently upskilling and giving all your members of staff opportunities to climb the ladder, Rekbot does a hell of a lot for you.